Tips and tricks for a perfect Royal Caribbean cruise. If you've ever been on a cruise, you know it doesn't start when you step on the ship. It starts the moment you start packing. And the people who end up having the smoothest, easiest, most stress-free cruises aren't necessarily the ones who spend the most money or book the fanciest cabins. They're the ones who know how to set themselves up long before sail away. And that's what this video is about. We're talking real hacks the pros use, the ones that save time, stress, and even money. From the moment you step into the terminal to the last sunset at sea, these tips set the tone for your entire trip. So let's start at the very beginning with what you should do before you even arrive. First up, this one's a big time saver. Using the app before you even arrive. One of the best things you can do before you leave home is downloading the Royal Caribbean app early and setting everything up before you get anywhere near the port. Most people wait until they're standing in the terminal and end up fighting slow Wi-Fi to finish check-in. If you log in from home, you can select your dining times, secure your entertainment reservations, complete your check-in steps, and upload your travel documents without dealing with overloaded port networks. Since the app becomes your map, your calendar, and your communication tool once you're on board, preloading all your information saves you from wasting almost an hour trying to click through lagging menus while everyone else is doing the same thing, giving you 40 minutes of vacation back before you even start. And once you've done that, you're already ahead of most first-timers. Boarding day. Next up is something you don't realize you need until you're already standing in the hallway waiting for your cabin to open. When you get to boarding day, one of the smartest moves you can make is bringing a Day 1 Essentials bag, which is just a small backpack filled with the things you'll actually need for your first few hours on the ship. Your checked luggage won't show up until several hours after you board, sometimes not until early evening. Having your swimsuit, sunscreen, sunglasses, a portable fan, chargers, any medication you might need, and a refillable water bottle in a bag you keep with you stops you from wandering around unprepared while everyone else hits the pool immediately. Another thing is, don't rush straight to the Windjammer buffet the second you get on board, because that's the busiest moment the buffet will have during the entire cruise. Instead, walk to the main dining room or one of the smaller lunch spots that Royal Caribbean keeps open, because those spaces tend to stay calm and half empty while thousands of passengers crowd into the buffet. Starting your cruise with a quiet, stress-free meal sets an entirely different tone for your whole day. I will also advise you to skip the first day pool rush entirely, because Embarkation Day pools are a chaotic mix of excitement, photos, noise, and people fighting for loungers as if they're the last chairs on Earth. Exploring the ship instead of walking the promenade, checking out the solarium, and learning where the best quiet corners are gives you a much better sense of your home for the next few days. By the next morning, those loungers and pool areas will be wide open and far more enjoyable.
Onboard essentials. Here's a small but mighty hack for your cabin: magnetic hooks. The walls in your cabin are metal, and those hooks let you hang hats, swimsuits, lanyards, backpacks, and anything else that normally ends up on the bed, the desk, or the floor. A handful of small magnetic hooks instantly turns a cramped cabin into a functionally organized space, and it keeps all your belongings off the surfaces you actually want to use. Another must-have is a non-surge protected mini power strip. Cruise cabins never have enough outlets. You might get one or two, and you'll probably want to charge phones, watches, tablets, cameras, portable fans, and whatever else you brought. Since surge protectors are banned on board for safety reasons, bringing a cruise-approved non-surge power strip turns a single outlet into several and stops everyone from arguing at night about which device needs to be charged first. Both of these tiny items make a big difference in how easy your room feels. Dining and food tricks. Next tip for food lovers: book specialty dining on the first night for discounts. If you've ever wanted to try specialty dining without paying full price, book it during the first evening, because Royal Caribbean often offers discounts up to around 30% for the first night. They do that because most passengers head straight to the buffet or the main dining room, leaving the specialty restaurants half empty. Knowing when to book can save a surprising amount of money. Another hack to save money, make sure you don't forget the free drinks that are given on board, like the flavored waters, brewed coffee, classic hot tea, iced tea, lemonade, cocoa, and breakfast juices. All of these are included, and being aware of them helps you avoid buying a drink package you might not actually need. And if you like quiet meals, here's one you'll love. Check out the Windjammer late at night. The buffet is usually slammed during peak times, but becomes almost completely empty later at night, around 9:30 or 10 p.m. If you prefer quiet meals or want a guilt-free second dinner, this late window is ideal. One more dining secret. The Solarium Bistro is a peaceful breakfast alternative that most first-time cruisers don't even know exists. It serves breakfast similar to the Windjammer, but the atmosphere is calm, the crowds are small, the noise level is low, and the views are better. Perfect for anyone who likes to begin the day slowly. Sea day strategies. The next hack is to hit popular activities early in the morning to avoid long lines. On sea days, when everybody is on board at the same time, flow rider, zip lines, ice skating rinks, and laser tag tend to have their shortest lines in the first hour after opening. Doing the busy activities early frees up your afternoon so you can relax while everyone else stands in long lines. Another set of underrated options are the escape the ordinary activities. Silent discos, laser tag, signature game shows, adults-only scavenger hunts, late-night comedy sets, and crew versus guests competitions. Often, these turn out to be the highlights of the cruise. Great ways to meet people if you're cruising solo or just want to meet friends quickly. Another good strategy is the half-empty trick. Most passengers move around the ship in predictable waves and mob the same areas at the same time. If one pool looks crowded, the opposite side probably isn't. If one hot tub is overflowing, the identical one across the deck might only have 2 or 3 people relaxing with a view. Understanding how people move lets you enjoy everything without the crowds.
Port day strategies. The next tip is to avoid becoming a pier runner, the passengers who misjudge time and sprint back to the ship at the last minute. Note the all-aboard time and set an alarm 45 minutes earlier so you're safely back on board while the last-minute crowd rushes. Another hack is knowing when to leave the ship strategically. You don't have to join the initial surge the second the gangway opens. Wait 30 to 40 minutes and the lines, pushing, and confusion disappear, making disembarkation calm. Or if you want to explore early, leave before the rush even starts. Both approaches beat being stuck in a giant funnel of people. Packing hacks. A packing hack that saves money and time. Bring a lightweight laundry setup. Onboard laundry services are expensive and limited. Detergent sheets, a portable clothesline, wrinkle release spray, and a couple of dryer sheets let you wash swimsuits, workout gear, and smaller clothing items in your cabin sink. Secret ship spots. Royal Caribbean ships have quiet spots most passengers never find. Outdoor walking areas at the front of deck 5 or 6, tucked away loungers near the solarium, the ship's library, and hidden benches along the Royal Promenade. Finding 2 or 3 of these peaceful corners on day 1 gives you reliable retreats whenever the ship feels busy. The Royal Promenade also has secret seating zones tucked behind bars, nestled between shops, located at each end of the walkway, or placed near stairwells. These little nooks give you great views during parades or events, while everyone else searches for a seat. Some feel like private balconies overlooking the entire promenade. The human side of cruising. Another thing people forget, the crew knows more about the ship than any website or video ever will. They live on the ship, work on the ship, and understand its rhythm better than anyone. Asking them for the best times to eat, the events worth attending, the ideal seats for parades, the best bars, or interesting hidden spots almost always leads to helpful insights, especially if you're polite and genuine. And the final piece of advice? Make friends early. Cruising may be about the ship on the surface, but the experience becomes far more meaningful when you talk to people in line, chat at the bar, join group activities, laugh with strangers, and say yes to spontaneous moments. The energy you share with others ends up being one of the things you remember the most.
And that's it, a full set of lesser-known cruise hacks that save time, reduce stress, and make your trip smoother and more fun. Cruise ships look effortless from the outside. Sunshine, perfect food, smooth sailing. But behind the curtain, there's a hidden world keeping the magic alive. But the good news is, now you know. The more you understand how it all really works, the smarter you cruise, the fewer surprises you get, and the more you'll appreciate the incredible crew who makes everything happen. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more inside looks at what really happens on board, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This series has a lot more coming, and you won't want to miss the next one. So tell me in the comments, what surprised you the most today?